We have breaking news right now. 4 people escape a huge house fire in Murfreesboro overnight. This happened on NX Court just before midnight. And fire officials say the fire started right there in the garage. 4 adults are displaced right now, and the fire marshal's office is investigating to try to figure out how that big fire started. Also breaking overnight, some boaters are found safe after a late night fishing trip takes a scary turn. They were on the lake around midnight at Percy Priest last night when something went wrong with their boat and they got stuck. Police had to call up the helicopter and a few boats to find them. They were stuck for about 2.5 hours, but the fire department was able to take them to safety.
And drama last night at the Metro Council meeting where Councilman Robert Swope admitted to soliciting a prostitute 20 years ago. And News Channel 5's Dan Kennedy live from City Hall this morning with more. Dan, this has been more than 20 years. Why now?
Yeah, it's happening now because apparently one of his upcoming opponents has dug up some dirt on him. And Robert Swope, the councilman, decided to kind of get ahead of that political firestorm that's sure to come. And last night he said he wanted the chance to stand up and admit before his colleagues an incident that happened 20 years ago in Chattanooga.
In 1998, 20 years ago, as a young single man traveling on the road through Hamilton County, Chattanooga, I was given a citation for solicitation. I was not arrested, I wasn't taken to jail, I was not booked.
We've done some additional digging this morning and found this stemmed from an undercover sting led by the Chattanooga police back on September 11th, 1998. Swope would have been 33 years old at the time. There were a number of men who were cited that day. Swope went on to say it was a series of court misunderstandings, which means a warrant may still be outstanding. He's not sure. The councilman who was running for the GOP executive committee says it was an opponent who dug up the citation, and he said he wanted his constituents to hear it from him.
In the decades since this long-forgotten episode, I've grown, met an incredible woman, gotten married, and I've tried to serve my community and my country as honorably and as well as I could. This alone does not absolve me from my past transgressions, but my youthful indiscretions were just that, youthful indiscretions.
Swope admits he'll have some painful questions to answer in the coming days. Another big question we have for officials in Hamilton County, and that Swope surely has as well, is there indeed an active warrant out? We hope to learn that in the coming days as well. Reporting live downtown, Dan Kennedy, News Channel 5.
Dan, thank you. And you trust them to keep your children safe. Now a babysitter is accused of murdering a 2-year-old. According to the family, Aiden Hale was rushed to the hospital in late March following a seizure. And an MRI revealed the toddler suffered a traumatic brain injury and passed away a few days later. Gallatin police say Aiden's babysitter, Kayla Paz, was the one who injured the little boy. She is now charged with aggravated child abuse and first-degree murder. No word yet on when she will be in court. And this weekend, your help is needed for the largest search yet for 5-year-old Joe Clyde Daniels. You will need to sign up online through the Dickson County Sheriff's website. And then on Saturday morning, meet at Dickson County High School at 7. If it rains Friday night, that meeting point will be moved to the YMCA and Cross Point Church. Sheriff Jeff Bledsoe says volunteers will conduct a line search so that every foot of land near the child's home is covered. Investigators aren't sure if little Joe is in a shallow grave or if his body was left somewhere. If you'd like to help but you can't volunteer, you can drop off water and snacks at the Dickson County EMA office. Joe Clyde's father admitted to his murder but has not revealed where he left his son's body.
Family and friends of a murdered Kentucky teenager gather in her honor. Bailey Nicole Holt was shot and killed when police say Gabe Parker opened fire inside Marshall County High School in January. Holt and 15-year-old Preston Cope were both killed. Bailey would have turned 16 yesterday. And to celebrate, the community came together at the Calvert Drive-In. That was her favorite theater, and her favorite movie, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, was shown on the big screen.
She just loved being here. She loved being with family, friends.
Last night's movie are going toward the Bailey Holt Memorial Scholarship Fund. That's for future nurses.
The family of a man murdered in the Waffle House shooting is suing the suspect's father. Travis Ranking is accused of killing 4 people inside the Antioch restaurant and injuring 3 more. The lawsuit filed by the family of Joey Perez claims Travis Ranking's father, Jeffrey, is partially responsible for the mass shooting because he returned guns to his son after they were confiscated. The wrongful death suit goes on to say Jeffrey Ranking, quote, knew or reasonably should have known that his son's mental status could decline such that he would be at risk for threatening another person with a firearm. An attorney for the Ranking family says they have no comment. Meanwhile, the man who wrestled that AR-15 away from Ranking last month continues his incredible journey of doing good deeds.
Yeah, he's really been inspiring, an incredible example. James Shaw Jr. gave donations to the shooting victims' families. He started raising that money just hours after the attack. And in a private ceremony at Tennessee State University, Shaw distributed more than $240,000 to the victims, to the injured victims, and also the families of Aquila Da Silva, DeEbony Groves, Torian Sanderlin, and Joey Perez. Shaw teamed up with another hometown hero, Trey the Truth, to present those donations. Now, Trey is a hip-hop artist known for his work in Houston and says he bonded with Shaw over their passion for sacrifice, service, and love.
And he not only risked himself, he risked the fact that he may never come home to his baby or his family again to try and help others. And I think that's the biggest thing that you get out of this situation is when you're willing to sacrifice everything and put it all on the line to help others. That's what makes it a beautiful thing.
All right. Well, Shaw says he plans to use that notoriety that he's received as a platform to address gun violence and mental health issues.